Okay, the next step in this process is pretty straightforward. What we're going to do is we're going to use the template that we created to create all of these web pages for us. Okay, and the idea here is we need to make. So again, you notice the file name here. So we need to make each one of these pages exist. So let's get started. So what we're going to do is you should have your template file here, and inside the template you should have your editable regions. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this template to create the rest of our pages. Now, in order to stay organized, and remember one of our goals here is for this to be a professional built product or website, not just in the way it looks from the outside, but also everything from the inside. So part of that is definitely looks. So we want to keep things super organized. So in the top here, I'm going to right click the top here. I'm going to go new folder, and I'm going to call this one pages. And just to let you know, I pretty much dived into Dreamweaver, but I didn't really introduce you anything with the desktop. I'm definitely going to do it when we start using it more. Okay. So just not right at this minute. So inside pages is where all my web pages are going to go. So in order to create a web page based on this template, here's how you do it. You go File, New. All right. Not a blank page, not a template page, but you want to create a page from a template. And in your case, you'll probably just have one of these things. This is your site name, and this is the template. You remember that for each site, you could have more than one template. In fact, you could have as many templates as you want. Okay, and click Create. So here's my page, and my first page, I'm going to call it Hours. I'll save as Pages. Okay, Hours. There. So here's my page, and you just need to create the rest of your page: brew, eats, book, where, and contact. So I'm going to do that right now, but I don't think I need to drag you through it. You just go ahead and do it yourself. Now, just to show you a little bit of a trick here, instead of having to go, File, New, Page from Template, Website, Design, and Create. What I could do is, if I have a page, for example, book that's created from a template, all I really need to do to create the where and the contact pages is watch this. I'm going to go File, Save As, and then go Where. All right, and then File, Save As, Contact, and that's it. So now I should have all my pages. And what I can do from here is I can open these pages and I can start to edit them. All right. Okay, so now that I have all my web pages, so all my 6 web pages here, the problem is they're not linked to each other. So, for example, book. All right, if I were to run this in the if I were to actually load this in a web browser, so just hit F12 to load that page in a web browser. Now I'm on the book web page, but you can see I can't click to the other one. So how do I link? How do I get those links happening? Well, back to Dreamweaver, and let's go ahead and get started on that. Now, what I would normally have to do is, if I didn't define a site, I have to go into here, and then in Hours, okay, I would have link Hours to the Hours web page, and I have to manually link. So for each one of these pages, what I'm saying is that in order to make these links happen without using a site or templates, I'd have to link them manually. Okay, so that means for each one of these pages, for these 6 pages, I have to make 6 different links. So 6 times 6 is 36 different edits in 6 different files. That's a lot of time. I need to do this. So now watch this. So here you see in the book, all right. So what we're going to do instead is in the template, all right. So these two look the same, all right, the book and the template, but they're not the same file. So in the template, what I'm going to do is going to open up my property inspector, And here, what I'm going to do is, it might be a good time to talk about what this is. So when I click on the hours, okay, you see that there's a little box around hours. Now if I go to code view, okay, what's highlighted is the HTML coding, okay, that makes that link appear, that makes that image or makes that slice appear. Alright, so that's a really neat feature. If I click on it here in the design view and I go back to code view, I can see the coding exist. Now also when I click on this here, now what I just opened up here, this is the properties panel. So inside the properties panel is where I can edit the properties for this one, for this slice here. Now watch this. Let me show you an example. I know you're probably confused right now, but let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So look in code view and have a look at what this looks like here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link hours. I'm going to click on here where it says link. I'm going to link this to the hours page here. Okay, you see the little asterisk there to show me that I made a change here. If I go back to code, you can see that Dreamweaver has automatically added this coding for me. Okay, the anchor link, the opening, and the anchor link close. And which page did it add? It added the hours page. Alright, so automatically did it for me. So we go to design view. Now for each one of these ones here, so sorry, go back to code view. Have a look at each one of these slices. Alright, eats, book, where, contact. So for each one of them, I'm going to add this the anchor tag to the appropriate page. So go back to design view, and so for brew, I'm going to go click this one on to brew. Okay, for eats, I'm going to click on this one, eats, book. Click on book, where, click on where, and contact. Sorry, contact. Click on contact. One thing, I don't know if you noticed this, but as you added the links to each one of these files, you notice that there's a blue border around each one of these links, and then and what that did is that skewed your page layout. So in order to get rid of the border, just click on this one here, alright, and when you click on this slice, in here properties, you're editing the properties for that slice. So border, just go hit 0, alright, and same thing all the way across. Brew, okay, border, set that to 0. And do that for the rest of them. And when you've done that, everything should be kind of back to normal. Now, so what you notice here is a little bit about Dreamweaver is when you click on an object in Dreamweaver in design view, okay, you click on, for example, this object here, you go to code view, and you can see exactly where that coding is, what makes that, the coding that makes that slice appear. And then bottom, you can edit the properties for that slice, alright? Now, what we can do here is we're going to save it. Now, because we edited the template, and all these pages are based on the template, okay, so when we save the template, what's going to happen is it's going to apply the changes to the rest of these files here. So let's do it right now. So Control S to save, and it's asking, do you want to update these files? Definitely. And what you're going to see is you're going to see that there's a little asterisk on top of each one of these files here, letting you know that they've been edited. If you want to save multiple files at once, you go File, Save All, and it saves all the files. Alright, and then you can just pick any file, hit F12 to run that file in the browser, and then now you just see, okay, the page changing. So we have 6 different. Now it looks like it's the same page, but if you take a look up here in the address bar, you notice that these are in fact all different pages. Alright, so there you have it. We now have our, so if I go back to website here, we now have our pages and our links. I just wanted you guys to notice that how convenient and how easy and how quick it was. All I need to do was edit the template, and that applied the changes to the rest of the pages. And of course, you know, I could so the changes that affect the layout of the rest of the pages, I edit in the template.